right now. And he did not introduce the topic of me. Ed Stairs did. Ed Stairs is telling him, well, she's going to come on, because you're here. And he's right, here I am. But this is the point. Charles Brandt is a truck driver who has joined a criminal gang who thinks it's a joke. And he talks about, all of these people do the same thing. They talk about how awful it is that they go after each other's children. Members of their group are always going after somebody's children. But yet they, as a group, attack me for the crime of demanding a better investigation into homicides on campuses because my daughter, Susan, was killed on the University of Massachusetts campus in 2010. It was hastily declared a suicide without a proper investigation. I have it from an authority down here in Texas who got me started on this, who looked at the hard evidence, the kind of evidence that coroner's assistants look at. This was a coroner's assistant in Texas. The only reason this person was looking at the material around my daughter's death was that a state trooper in Massachusetts, off the record, had told me about the material that I didn't know was there. Because as I told him, the state trooper from Massachusetts asked me how much had I dealt with the documentation of everything that happened, because he had already discovered a very big lie that the University of Massachusetts had told him. He was the investigator, one of the investigators. And the state police had signed off on the university's investigation. And this state trooper told me one big fat lie that the University of Massachusetts had told the state police. Then he asked me if I had seen everything. I said, no, I had allowed her father to handle everything, and he wouldn't talk to me. And I stayed in Texas rather than go up there. And he said, well, I want you to get a copy of this and that, and please have a friend with you when you look at it. Can you do that? And I said, yes, I can. And the friend I chose was a neighbor who had worked as an RN. She was an RN, put it that way. And she had worked as an assistant to the coroner of Houston.
Now, this lady and I have spoken before, and from my understanding, what I gather is that she uses her daughter's death to reel in any girls that are being harassed by the bad people that she's speaking about that supposedly killed her daughter. So she uses her daughter's death to reel in the girls that are being harassed. So that's how I got tricked. I was thinking that if I could speak to her, maybe she will help me understand the bad people that are harassing me. How did they go about killing her daughter, so that I can know? Because these bad people, they reference this lady's name, saying that what's going to happen to me is what happened to her daughter. So when I spoke to this lady, I concur that she uses her daughter's death to reel in the girls that are going through similar things, but she is working with the bad guys. So it would make sense why she would say right now that she didn't go as far as to know what was going on with her daughter's death case, but she left it up to her father. Now, if you are a mother that really wants to know what happened to the death of your daughter, you wouldn't allow such thing. You would investigate yourself. But it makes sense to me that she is working with those bad guys, and they have her using her daughter's death to reel in any girls that are being harassed by them. And she looks like the nice grandma that you can trust, but actually, no, she's working with the bad guys as well. And she just basically she attempted to put fear in me and told me I should leave them alone, that I should stop recording their threats, because at the end, they didn't get their way with me, so that I should be grateful for that. That is not the response of a lady that's going against these bad people and trying to expose them. That is the response of someone that is working with them but pretends like she's not. So I just wanted to explain that a little bit. She will never admit to the conversation I had with her. On numerous times, she giggled about the whole situation of her daughter passing away. So I didn't take it serious, and I don't take it sincere when she does videos like this, acting as if she's hurt by it. And right now she admits to not being involved in her daughter's investigation. She willingly left it to her father to do it. So that would make sense. And on other occasions, this lady has said how she used to be a clerk at a school. And she has also admitted how her brother is some sort of pedophile, and that if she had known that her brother was a pedophile, that she would have not had contact with him. So this gives you the impression of how these people that are in school, that are clerks or whatever it is, some of them have family members that are involved in human trafficking, and they keep silent, and this is what they do on the side of their job. They gather information on people that they can target, and a lot of times they do this to the Black and Hispanic community. So it makes sense why they would fake fight online, but in reality they work together, because the real targets are brown people.
That these people that have been attacking Truth Convoy, a lot of it stems from the fact that I touched that tar baby. I sure did.